Hi everyone. Today my voice a bit sexy. Today I have the honor to invite Tanya, who is hypnosis, spiritual hypnosis practitioner, and I also witnessed her how she shifted her energy from low energy to the current version of her, which is really beautiful soul and amazing energy. She shared her message in her community, and let's invite her, Tanja Ewert. Hello, Tanya.
Hi. Oh,
So I
thank
think it will be vertical, right?
yeah.
Oh, you're so beautiful today.
Thank you. You too.
So first of all, uh, Tanya, thank you for accepting my invitation.
Yes, thank you to you for the invitation.
It is my pleasure. Would you like to introduce yourself a little bit, Tanya?
Yes, I can introduce myself. So, my name is Tanja. I'm a spiritual hypnosis practitioner, and I released shortly my first book, an autobiography on explaining a little bit my past and also why I am doing this today. And yes, so this is like what I'm doing for the moment, and also the writing. Yes.
The writing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have a sacred writing
Yes, that's
mentoring
correct. So I
program,
will
right?
start my first workshop next month. It will be all about writing and connecting yourself to your higher self.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be, I will be preparing like an ebook regarding information. For example, there will be certain topics about the workshop. So next month, the workshop will be all about finding your soul mission, where I will be explaining what is soul mission, how you can find your soul mission, why it is important maybe to know your soul mission. And also, I will be doing guided meditation in order to allow yourself to connect with your higher self. And
Oh,
with this, with the higher self, it is about writing intuitively regarding information of your soul mission. So this will be, in short, the workshop that I will be planning to do next month. And there will be workshops each month with different topics.
mm,
So it is always about soul activities, soul mission,
mm,
understanding, for example, the fear, understanding the root of the fear. And it is always guided with a small ebook in order to inform you so that you have all the information and also some working sheets. And during the Zoom call itself, we will do guided meditation to allow you to connect to yourself and to do also writing exercises.
wow, sounds amazing.
Yes, yes,
Thank
it is.
you for sharing. And Tanya, today our theme is about from disconnect to soul aligned.
Mhm.
And would you like to tell us a little bit about your story? What's your I know you have the story, which is amazing. You also have your ebook
Mhm.
in Amazon, right?
Mhm.
What's the pain point that's also it's your turning point to shift it till now the brighter version of Tanya. Would you like
Mhm.
to share with us?
Yes, so my book is about my personal story. I started to write some years ago, and it is about the subject is about domestic violence and about court procedure, and why it was important to me to write my story down. It was first of all for myself. So in the writing, I found like additional healing putting names on my pain, putting names on maybe the suffering that I went through. It was about figuring out also who I am, who I was in that process when I lived in that toxic relationship. So by writing, I could really figure out who I was at that moment. And also, it was important for me to leave the message to not give up. So, for every person who has like endured similar experiences or other hardships in life, it is about not giving up and always seeking for your truth. And it is about also leaving the message that it is always possible to heal if you choose healing for yourself.
Mhm.
No matter where you are standing, no matter the tool that you employ for yourself, it is about the importance also to heal from certain experiences in the past. So, this is why I have written my book, because for myself, what I have recognized, it is about being, when you are in such a certain hardships, certain situations, you feel totally disconnected to yourself. So, in order, I want to say, to be able to endure certain things, you are
Mhm.
like stepping out of your body and you are totally disconnected from yourself.
Yeah.
But when you move
Can
like
I
forward,
ask,
yeah,
what's the sign you feel that disconnected?
what's the
What What are the signs that's um, the definition of disconnected?
disconnected? It was for me being totally emotionless. So I could not feel really my emotions anymore. It is about not allowing yourself to be yourself, because you are like stepping into another version of yourself in order to survive. Also allowing yourself to be in alignment with yourself. You don't know how to do it, and you are like processing in life in pleasing maybe people because you have never learned to listen to yourself. So this is also like something, that there is also the fear that you have in your daily life, to be just yourself, because you have the fear to be criticized, to be judged. And this is like totally disconnected from yourself, not trusting yourself, not knowing what is your inner voice. So when you are hearing an inner voice, is this voice from somebody else? Is this your voice? You are not like connected with yourself in order to know who you really are. So this was also for me like really a turning point, that I had to learn to first to connect to myself. Who am I? Who is this voice who is talking to me on a daily basis in my mind? It is about allowing myself to feel again. So every emotion can be valid. So if even I have negative emotions, then at this moment I have negative emotion, it's okay and I can process. It's about allowing myself to feel again. So this is like the thing where you can recognize that you are totally disconnected. It is about living in fear,
Mm-hmm.
feeling that emptiness within yourself because, like, you don't allow yourself to feel any emotions. It is about being in that people pleaser area because you don't allow yourself to be you, because you don't know who you are.
Yes.
And it is about like lack of fulfillment. It's you never feel really connected to your heart, you never feel really fulfilled, because you are like living a life from another's point of view, another person's point of view, but not for yourself. So, and this also that you are always questioning, am I doing it right? Am I
Mm-hmm.
doing it good? Is this really like what I would like to do? You are always questioning the past, you are always questioning yourself, and there you can recognize that you are not really connected to yourself. Because what it means to be connected, this means that you trust in your past. If you are connected to your heart, to your higher self, to your guide, or whatever, You are not questioning all the time. You just trust the process. And you will learn that every challenge which comes into your life, you are processing it differently because you know, okay, this challenge is coming into my life. You are like asking the question, what parts of myself have like called this challenge into my life? What parts of myself I still can work on in order to process this challenge? And you will perceive your life in a different way.
Wow, I love that. Thank you for sharing with us. I love that you mentioned allowed, accept when we have different emotions, even a negative one. I think most of the time we don't accept it, so we feel pain, right? We tend to stay
Yes.
in that um, lower energy state. But
Yes. And also, the thing is that there is the fear when we have negative emotions, is the fear, oh my God, I will attract more of negative things. But it
mhm,
is about when you go through certain hardship experiences or whatever, if you feel that anger, it's already to be in that state of acceptance. Okay, I accept myself how I am. I accept myself that this situation put me in anger. I accept myself that I feel sad at this moment because in this state of acceptance, I can process, I can work with these emotions, and I can analyze which part of myself created this anger. So it is about really understanding yourself. Because the thing is that when you don't allow yourself to feel angry, to feel sad, or whatever negative emotions, you are like repressing it, you are like ignoring it. So you don't allow to work really to release and to understand the situation and your emotions. So you will create like a certain pattern, and the situation will come back in a different form, and you will have the same emotion because you didn't allow yourself to work on it.
yeah, wow, that's that's very important.
Yes, that's really
You have
important
to
to know
face
that
it.
you can allow yourself to feel as you feel, because it is all about understanding why I feel this way. It is about, okay, why is this situation coming into my life? What is it that I have attracted? And it is about, you know, accepting yourself and to work on yourself.
Mhm. Mm, wow. That I would say maybe 2 or 3 years ago, if I listen what you are talking to me right now, I wouldn't understand anything. Well, now, yeah, since this self development journey and learn to how to proceed our emotions, I think, yeah, like first, it's important that you recognize you have this negative emotion and then have to accept it first. A lot of time we
Yes,
don't
and
accept
this,
it, we against,
mhm.
right?
Yes, and this allows you also to be connected with yourself. You know, you take all the parts of yourself, the black and the white, the good and the bad, because this is just you. You know, you cannot be only good. You will not have only happy moments. You can accept yourself in your whole, also with the negative emotions. And when challenges come or when like situations come into your life which are creating these negative emotions, you can
Mhm.
work differently on it instead of ignoring.
Hmm. How about what's your experience with like men and women? Like men is more even more less connected. How would you like suggest them to connect
Yes, I
their
think I
purpose
believe that
or
is
soul
for
aligned?
men. Yes. Well, for men, you know, it is like still this stereotype. The men need to be strong. The men aren't allowed to cry. The men, you know, are the provider. The men are the protector. They have to be like strong enough to cover everything and so
Mm,
on. So they are stepping into a role, and yes, they are allowing themselves less to be in that emotion, because it's like society and also the role that society give them don't allow them to be weak, for example. So they might be disconnected if they are not in that healthy strength in that moment. So if they are weak and they want to play a role, yes, they are disconnected. However, if they
Mhm.
have learned how to process the emotions, how to
Mhm.
accept themselves, and to step into that healthy masculine, so that it's different.
Okay. So I would say for men, if they want to connect with their heart, they would be like heighten their feminine energy, right?
Yes, it's allowing also to have both. You know, we have all both as women, as men. We have both feminine and masculine energy, and is it for men or is it for women? It is about finding the balance and to
Mm-hmm.
create like a marriage between the feminine and the masculine energy. Is it for men or is it for women? So it is like really having the feminine energy, which is like the creative, and also the masculine energy, which is the doing. So if now there is like a wound in the masculine or the feminine energies, so within yourself, the masculine cannot rely on the feminine, or the feminine cannot rely on the masculine. So is it for men or is it for women? It's about healing the feminine or the masculine wound in order to find for yourself the balance in order to navigate through this.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And Tanya, can you share with us what's hypnosis? You are a spiritual hypnosis
Mhm.
practitioner. What is a
Yes.
hypnosis actually?
Yes, so I can explain the spiritual hypnosis. So this is the spiritual hypnosis is about finding out the root of your blockages. So you might have already encountered situation where you feel blocked, but you don't know from where it is coming from. Consciously, you want to do everything, but you feel that, oh, I have still that fear. I feel still blocked in whatever area. So it is about finding out the root of your blockage by doing a past life regression session. It can be also finding out your soul mission. So the spiritual hypnosis also guides you in order to find out your soul mission. You can find out how far you are with your soul mission. Are you on the right path? What can you do in order to improve? So these are all the information that you can get through spiritual hypnosis.
Mm-hmm.
So the spiritual hypnosis, you are in a deep relaxation state, but you are not in a trance. So it is not like being half asleep, not remembering anything. It's like an interactive hypnosis. So are not in that deep relaxation state where you are just receiving the information. So I'm not doing like reprogramming your subconscious mind, and you are just laying there in being in trance or half asleep in receiving all the information. You can imagine that the spiritual hypnosis is like reading a book. It's like you lay on the couch, you are conscious that you are laying on the couch, but with the mind, you are in a story. So, this is like a session of the spiritual hypnosis. You are perfectly conscious about everything. You are remembering everything. You are the one who is controlling the session. I am your guide in your session. And with the mind, you are like in a different story. So either in the past life or in a dimension which is called the in between two lives.
Mm-hmm.
So it is about really finding out regarding your blockages. So it is not like a touristic travel where you just want to find out what was I like 2000 years ago. This is not like the goal of the spiritual hypnosis. So it is really putting the right intentions in order to getting result in your present life. So I don't see the sense that you are doing like past life regression just to have like random information. I believe that it is about improving your present life, knowing about your life mission, or removing blockages, getting
Mm-hmm.
clarity on yourself, raising your self awareness, and improving the connection to your higher self. So, this is everything that can improve also in your present life. So, how is the spiritual hypnosis working? So, normally a session lasts for 3 hours if you are like
Oh,
taking a whole session, because we are doing everything from A to Z.
oh,
And there I will guide you with a guided meditation into a deep relaxation state. And if you are really new in meditation, hypnosis, or past life regressions, I will first like calling back happy memories from your childhood to see if you are comfortable in going
mhm.
back in time, in perceiving the information, in giving, in sharing them spontaneously with me. And I'm writing down your session. Yes, all the information.
Wow.
And when you feel comfortable in going back in time in your childhood, calling back like the memories, then I will guide you in a past life, and where we will seek information regarding the intentions that you have set before the meeting. Once we have like um, yes, once we have like seen different scenarios from your past life, then we go further into the space which is called in between two lives. So this is the space between two incarnations, where you will receive information, where you will connect with your higher self or guides or whatever, in order to receive teachings. So
Mhm,
teachings and information about the past life, about your present life, about your blockages, in order to be able to release them. And you can also ask how to do it.
mhm,
And to give you an example, you can have like a fear which I had with a person, for example. You can have like the fear of deciding. So maybe you have the fear to decide. Whatever you want to decide, you need a confirmation from a person. So is it even for smaller things you
mhm,
feel like not capable to decide? You feel
mhm,
with a feeling of guilty or whatever negative feeling which comes up when it comes to making decisions. So when we went back into the past life, it was about receiving the information that this person took two important decisions in her past life where there were really heavy consequences. And the day that she passed away in her past life, she was like dying with a big feeling of guilt regarding the decisions taken. So this feeling of guilt she took over into this present life, but which has no more space in this present life. It has no more nothing to do with this present life. However, she had unconsciously still in her energy field, unconsciously still that fear of taking decisions because
mhm,
of her past life. And this is like, there she knew, okay, how to do in order to release myself from that fear of taking decisions. So this is it's really like finding the root of your blockage, and to learn how you can release them in your present life. For her, for
mhm,
example, it was about feeling at ease in making decisions, knowing that each decision is good, there is no bad or wrong. We consider it as bad because it is liaised with negative emotions. But if
mhm,
it is bad, there is a teaching behind, a teaching that we still need to learn. So it is about, yes, finding out how to release yourself from your blockage.
mhm.
So this is all about the spiritual hypnosis. You can ask any information. You can ask,
Oh,
for example, um, regarding karmic relationships, information, or for example, you have a difficult relationship with your parent, with your child, with a family, with a friend, or whoever, and you don't know why, because you are the kind person, you are talking and this person is like always doing naughty things or whatever, or the communication is not well. and so on, and you are seeking answers regarding these relationships. So this is like
Mhm.
also information that you can get from the spiritual hypnosis, in
Wow.
knowing a little bit more, why is this soul incarnating at the same time as me, as, I don't know, a friend, parent, or whatever. What is
Yeah.
the teaching behind?
Can
So
can
what
you
is Mhm.
yeah, can you simply share why the past life's energy can uh affect our current life?
Yes, yes, because we are souls, we are energy. Everything that we are doing is energy, emotions is energy within your energetical body. So everything that we do not process, or we had not the capacity, the ability, or for whatever reason we have not processed it in the past life, we are carrying forward because this is in our energy. It's simply in our energetic field, in our memory, in our akashic records. It is within us. So everything what we could not release, we are taking it over, and we are choosing like each lifetime certain lessons in order to improve ourselves, in order to grow, in order to let go, in order to release, and to move forward in certain areas.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. I think this is a very um maybe the key and something precious. Um even me myself, maybe a few years ago, I couldn't understand all this. And now
Yes.
I know it's all connected.
Hmm.
And Tanya, would you like to share? Since I know you, I think 2 years,
Yeah.
around 2 years. I
Yeah.
know the first time I met you from a Zoom call, and we were practicing speaking.
Hmm.
Speak. And the energy, that moment, and the right now, your energy is totally different. Okay,
Yeah, that's true.
it's like a 180 different. Would
Yes.
you like to share what's shifted inside of you, in your inner world,
Yeah.
shifted,
Hmm.
and how you like a shining from inside out? I think
Hmm.
this is something we would like to hear.
Yes,
You.
yes, that's true. I was like on a long, long healing journey, and yes, based on my story, and I was like always in a journey figuring out. And indeed, 1 or 2 years ago, yes, between 1 2 years ago, I just decided to step back from everything, and to focus really on myself, to focus on my healing, to understand better my life, and so on. And also, I started to write my book, and yes, I took really the time to disconnect from the outside world and to just focus on myself. And there's where I also got in touch with the reincarnation, with the spiritual hypnosis, and also with the quantum guidance. And this was really helpful. And also, the writing was really helpful because the writing itself opened myself also doors, because I recognized that while writing, I could let go. I could have a better understanding about myself. And also the spiritual hypnosis that I did really on a regular basis, and also the quantum guidance I did on a regular basis. It was really allowing myself in order to understand myself, in order to forgive myself, in order to feel um, no more shame about myself, because I had like always that feeling of shame regarding
Mhm.
my story. Yes, I was the victim, but I still felt shame. And also to step out of that, really, of that victim mindset, it took me really a lot of time. So I really focused on myself, on my healing with these tools, with the writing, with the spiritual hypnosis, with the quantum guidance. And I also, yes, try to pay really attention about myself. So really practice self-love. Is it with certain practices? Um, and this has helped me really to yes, to get that moment where I say, oh, okay, yes, I forgive myself, I am okay, I can approve myself. And also what has helped me, it's about knowing my soul mission. So I was always questioning myself, why do I live this life? Why did I had to figure this out, this heavy relationship, this injustice, by being the sole provider? Why is life so hard? I had always these questions, and it was always like searching the truth for myself, for my soul path. And by seeking all this information, I could just understand myself better. I could raise my self awareness. And this really has helped me finally to move forward in life and
Wow.
to release also the fear or to release the shame and so on. And also to publish my book about my really personal story and to not be in that state, of totally panicking.
Wow. That's a beautiful story. And I also see you posted some reels,
Hmm.
those on your social media,
Hmm.
uh, Instagram or Facebook.
Hmm.
And the way you talk, it's much more, much more confident and more open than
Yes, well,
before.
some years ago, I wouldn't have, published any reels, not even a
Wow.
photo. So, yes, it's like I'm doing all this also for my self development. Yes, it really helps me also. And I'm happy to help also with the tools that has helped me. So, this is why also I became myself a spiritual hypnosis practitioner. I'm proposing also quantum guidance, and I'm, yes, passionate about writing because I really saw the results that I could get with writing and spiritual hypnosis. So
Mhm.
I became really passionate about the connection to your soul, connection to your
Mhm.
higher self, receiving answers from within,
Wow.
that now I'm really happy and also passionate about in sharing this with people who can resonate with this.
What a beautiful transformation. So, about this soul aligned, how do you feel when you are at the point of soul aligned?
Mhm. Yes, to be soul aligned is first of all about understanding your path. So
Mm-hmm.
it's also understanding why your soul chose to live certain experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Also for myself, about understanding why did I live all these experiences, why did I had to figure this out. It is really about understanding your past, no matter how negative.
Mm-hmm.
um, it is about identifying what kinds of emotions are hindering you. So is it the shame, is it the guilt, is it the fear, and to figure out from where it is coming from. To
Mm-hmm.
be soul aligned, it is really trying to understand yourself really, really well. So every
Okay.
time better, because I have also figured out that my fear was also generational fear, as my
Mm-hmm.
family in the past had lived suppression. And this is like, this is like giving also to the children and so on. So you might figure out fear of survival, fear of, being seen, because also not only in your past life but also on a generational factor, your parents, your grandparents maybe needed to survive, maybe were suppressed and weren't allowed to speak up. So you are like cultivating this fear unconsciously, and it is about releasing all this, and it is about really understanding yourself to be soul aligned. To be soul aligned means also what is my soul mission. So it
Mm-hmm.
is about feeling, um, what why did I came. It is about releasing, yes, but what is it that I have to do in this lifetime. So the
Okay.
moment that you understand yourself and that you feel like, okay, this is my past, this is really that I will do in this life because I have chosen this for this lifetime. And when you are really having all this information, that is where you start to feel comfortable in what you are doing. You feel
Mhm.
comfortable in who you are. You get that self acceptance for yourself because you understand, ah, okay, yes, this experience, um, it is like processing this feeling of shame through this experience. So you have always the choice, am I staying into that negative feeling, or do I try to understand in order to release myself? So it is to be soul aligned is really to have that self acceptance, to understand. It is still work to process all these emotions. Yes, even if you have like this understanding, it is not like a miracle that everything is gone and then you are like living the life of your soul and so on. You still have to do like on a daily basis to work. You still have to overcome the fear, but it will be easier for you to overcome certain fears when you are understanding from where it is coming from, and when you
Mhm.
understand also that you are on that path and this is the right path for you. It's like a certain comfort in knowing, okay, this is really my path. And also when challenges come, when you really feel like soul aligned being on your path, you will perceive all these challenges differently. You will still drop, into the negative emotions because you still will be human, but
Mhm.
it will be like a little bit easier, or you will, yes, perceive it differently. So
Mhm.
this actually means to be soul aligned.
Uh-huh. I love that. You mentioned about the keyword comfortable. Even we
Mhm.
are still human being, we have negative emotion or positive, uh,
Mhm.
but we feel comfortable to proceed and how to face it.
Yes, so it is about allowing yourself to feel these emotions, allowing yourself, okay, these challenges are there. It's about questioning, okay, which parts of myself still need some healing, some work, or what is
Mm.
it that I have attract this situation? What is it
Mhm.
that is, why is it coming? And really to raise your self awareness instead of like swimming into these negative emotions
Mm.
all the time. Yes.
All the time. And if we still like some old energies coming back from past memories,
Mhm.
what's the steps you face it and
Um,
overcome
it is always understanding why are they there.
it?
It's
Mhm.
about understanding, okay, in which situation they came up. It is about, again, self acceptance. So, okay, these emotions are there, they are coming from the past. What is it in this present life? What made, what what is it that they are coming back? So it is about really understanding, figuring out in order to be able to process, because the emotions will not arise from nothing. And
Mhm.
it is about, yes, being consciously also okay that they are there in order to allow yourself to work on them.
Okay. Wow. Thank you, Tanya, for your sharing and
Thank
your
you.
beautiful transformation story. Um, so, if people would like to connect with you
Mhm.
or have a session with you, even a spiritual hypnosis or the secret story mentoring, where they can connect with you and make appointment with you.
Yes, so you can connect with me on social media. You can connect with me on Instagram. You can just
Mhm.
DM me, or also join my circle on school. So it is, the links are on my Instagram page. So on my
Okay.
Instagram page, you will find all the information.
Right. I will also place the link in this description.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
You're welcome. Okay, I truly appreciate your time, Tanya, for
Yes,
today's
thank you for your
session.
invitation. I'm really
Mhm.
happy.
So, Tanya, you are based in Luxembourg,
Mhm.
right? So you have online sessions also
Yes,
in
online it's
person?
possible. Yes, online it's working. So I'm proposing online and also in presence. Yes, in my country.
Okay,
Mhm.
perfect. All right, Tanya, thank you so much for
Thank you
joining.
to you. Thank
Hope to see
you.
you soon in another topic or in another occasion.
Yes, thank you
Okay,
so
thank
much.
you.
Thank
See
you.
you.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Thank you.
Bye.